Last time on What's Your Damage?
Well, I still have that flute I bought from Finch. I kind of want to go check out Treble.
And you can see that a rift has opened up.
What is this place?
How are you able to see?
Well, you just put a blindfold on and it's no problem.
How did you know that?
Well, I've been here before.
The tree says in a very low voice, "New people have come." For what?
I was hoping to get some linen.
Dravine. You see on one of the rocks furthest away from you, a very small figure with a unusually large head is kind of stuck in one of these webs. Appearing from behind it on the rock face, climbing over top, you see a giant spider. And he goes, what brings you back to Treble Bass?
The rumor is you can make clothes out of sound, and I want to make clothes out of my favorite sound, thunder.
Yeah, but you said if we leave now, we'll just make it before nightfall?
Yeah, unless you find some hot note balloons.
Well, let's go find that balloon.
Oh, you guys looking for a moo cleric? What about, when you rub your feet on the carpet and then you touch somebody? Is that Thor too?
A little bit.
I'm full of fish cakes and I'm ready to kick some ass.
Come with us.
Get out.
Get out.
Go.
Get out now.
Okay, you
Go into the cribs. I don't know.
Is there any creme brulee left?
There's one here.
All right, as you guys can proceed forward, you do see that as you continue on this path, the glow bugs are starting to get progressively darker. You get to the point where he mentioned, and you see that large wall, and on the large wall, you see this insignia into it, and all of those circles that you see are holes.
And for the audience, the insignia is a music staff, and it's got a whole note going up the staff for one for each note.
Absolutely.
Okaat looks at it and is like, okay, so we've got to find the cheese spot.
I would like to roll a composure check.
Okay.
So I think this would be deception.
Yep.
10. Okaat, do you hear me or not?
That's a good question. That would be against my perception. My perception is an 8, so you keep your composure.
Yeah, so
And this, I'm sorry, I should have said this. And what you see there, the note or the whether it's treble or bass, it is bass.
Oh.
Which makes it just a little bit harder because everyone is so used to treble.
I don't know music.
Okay.
So
the thing about bass, it's all about that face.
You nerd.
Face, it's a nice acronym. All the spots in between the lines, the F's at the bottom. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, I remember Elvis's guitar broke down Friday, but I think that's for treble. I don't remember what bass is.
Yeah. Yep, that is treble.
Yeah.
Mine was,
Are you speaking in infernal?
something close to it.
It's this infernal language.
So as you guys are surveying this, which hole would you like to go through?
The second line.
So
from the bottom.
Okay, so you go to that one.
So so Jorrix hits the note, the second line on the staff.
The second line on the staff.
Are you sure about this? Your record with choosing is... well, you need a chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah. Plus, he's had a chance to study this time.
I'm hoping I got this one right.
Yeah, one would hope that you did. One would certainly hope that you did. Okay, so who's reaching in?
Jorrix will rage. He made the choice. See, guys, I can be brave too. Jorrix says not too bravely.
Jorrix, as you reach in there, you feel something reaching back.
Ooh.
And make me a strength check.
That's gonna go well. Nope, I crit failed.
Oh.
So what you guys see is Jorrix just goes straight through.
Jorrix!
Ah!
Shit.
I'm running after.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Fuck.
The thing is the face is for Treble. So
Damn it.
Yep.
yoink!
I remembered it was an acronym.
You were so close to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jorrix was so confident he deserves the folly.
Okay, you get pulled through, Jorrix, and as you get pulled through, boy, you would get real gushy real quick. What you guys see as you leap in after him is that he is spinning as he is getting pulled through, and he is turning very purple very quickly.
What?
And Jorrix, you're the first one here. You see that you are in the depths. That it seems like all the holes here lead to one place, one central area, and you see the thing that grabbed you is a giant gray-purple homunculus type of thing. It looks real dumb, but it's wrapping you up and it is sticking you on one of the on the wall here. As your friends approach, you guys see that there's about 5 of these big dumbs just in this spiral central area. And they've put Jorrix there, and they are going about their business of, you can guess, tending to eggs and preparing meals.
Cool. I'm going to stealthily make my way over to Jorrix.
Okay, the only problem here with the stealth here is that this is real sticky, because this is a bunch of webs. And so if you want to do this stealthily, you will have a disadvantage on it, because all of these dudes are also finely tuned to vibrations.
So disadvantage. Is what
Disadvantage, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my hammer to the other side of the cave.
Nice.
Okay,
Or
clever.
The enclosure.
I also have 5 charges on my bee pipe,
Okay,
so I'm going to blow a bee at 5 of these guys,
all right.
which grants me advantage on stealth.
So that'll just neutralize it.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what happens. As Gus surveys it, he throws a hammer.
It's Thor hammer.
Of course, so he can get it back. He throws his Thor hammer against the opposite side that Jorrix is in, and it causes a wave, and these guys start to like descend on it. At the same time as they're derping their way there, 5 bees start to zzz around them, and they just don't know what the hell to do because they're dumbs. And you have what would you like to do?
28 stealth to go get Jorrix.
Jesus God. Okay, so you've gotten to him stealthily. You have not drawn their attention, but now you have to get him out.
Well, then I will.
We'll see.
So I am going to take a dagger and just start to try and cut him loose a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm like, shh, I'm not going to stab you.
So how long does this last? Does this last a minute?
A minute.
Okay. So, all right. So if you're going to try to cut him up because he is like fully tuned
Like
up.
mummified to
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So you're going to have to, this will take some time to do, unless you roll extremely well. So do you want to try to cut him loose first, and then do you want to try to like give him mobility so that he can like use his arms and legs, or do you just want to try to like get him off of the web so that he can just be a mummy that can fall?
I think the first one.
All right, makes sense. All right, so for this, we'll do you cutting it. So you want to maintain his... Oh, they're kind of dumb. So do an athletics roll on this one to cut him out, and I'll put the DC at 13.
14.
Jesus. All right. You cut him out, and Jorrix, you now have access to your arms and legs. For you to cut that, it took 20 seconds of your stealth, of their distraction.
Okay. So his arms and legs are free.
Your arms and legs are free.
And now I need to get him off the wall?
I have to get him off the wall.
All right. Another athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
And that will be... I imagine that you can help her. Mm-hmm. So I'll put the DC here at 11.
Cool.
Nice.
You got any more of that guidance?
Oh, and he can move his arms now.
Yep.
What are you doing, Gus?
I'm chilling, like guarding the way out.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Unfortunately, Okaat, you think that you can get a good beat on this. However, one of the especially fat ones.
Well, I think I'm trying to be so careful and not causing vibration as I'm cutting him loose that it's taking me quite a while to.
And I do want to note that I'm ready to cast, like, as soon as they're, like, looking like they're gonna attack either of them.
Okay. What I'm going to say is that as you were, like, very delicately doing this, one of the fat ones, like, kind of, like, bumps into the wall, and where you're cutting, you lose the area that you were cutting, so you lose that.
I lose the like notch that I made. Okay, yeah.
And
I'm like, fuck.
20 seconds. So you have 10 seconds of them being distracted.
Okay.
For this to get done before you're gonna have to do it quick. So you can just try to non-stealth it, or you can try to do it, and the DC is gonna be really high.
I mean, if I non-stealth it, they're going to come fight us anyway, so...
They're kind of distracted for at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and stealth it in the last 10 seconds.
Okay, so for this one, the DC is going to be 16.
Come on. Ha ha ha! 22.
All right, 22.
Thank you for your guidance.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. Okay, you have cut him out.
Excellent.
Now you have to get out. You will have a head start on these guys, although they can move faster than you here in this area.
How big were the holes we came in through?
It's about them sized.
How big are they?
They are large.
Okay.
Okay, so are you guys going to like forego stealth, or are you guys going to try to stealth your way through back to where Gus is?
I'm going to try and stealth.
Why not? If they haven't seen us yet, yeah. Because like if they see us, then just book it. But they haven't seen us
exactly.
yet.
Okay, so for stealth it will be disadvantage because it's sticky.
Oh, disadvantage. 25.
Jesus pleases.
The other one was a nat.
11.
All right. Jorrix, it's amazing how quickly Okaat just gets through this without causing any sort of vibrations. You, my friend, are a little... You guys, you're doing fairly well. However, as you are about to reach the hole, you kind of hit the line right as these guys are starting to get just as soon as the B is starting to like, or the C, whatever, is starting to disappear, because they disappear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they kind of feel this vibration, and they all look your way, and they start to come. Okay, what would you guys like to do? You, Gus, you are in the hole. Okaat, you're in the hole. Jorrix, you're right by the hole.
Run!
Yeah.
All right.
Run out of the hole.
All right. Everybody make me an athletics check.
God.
I'm deliberately holding in the back, and as soon as they notice, I just call my hammer.
Yeah, I'm like grabbing Jorrix by the robes and yanking him with my 17 athletics to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. All right.
You know, Jorrix is still a little wrapped up, so he only got a 7.
Oh,
I got a 21, but I'm trying to get him out in front of me.
You're trying to get Jorrix out in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the two of you helping Jorrix like you have, we'll get Jorrix out of there. But Gus, you are still behind, and you were just like waiting, right?
Well, I'm just holding the rear, but I'm getting out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you push Jorrix through. These guys are coming because you had to because you had to deal with Jorrix a little bit. These guys are within punching distance of Gus.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
nice.
What does Sanctuary do?
They have to pass a wisdom save, pick a new target, or they lose their attack.
Oh no.
At Elliot started by saying these were dum-dums.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a
I'm
minus.
guessing wisdom is not
They
there.
have a -3 to their wisdom, bud. Is 11 going to do it?
Nope.
Yeah. All right. They see you. They like meh. You just hear them mup, and they return back to their center hole. And then you just like
Nice.
get back out.
Okaat, you pick.
I rushed. I didn't see the symbol. I thought it was a treble clef. This is a bass clef. I draw out like the full music staff, full top and bottom with the middle C in there too.
Yeah,
it's like, okay. So now with this, that's the right one.
And you know, and you guys have already said which one it was because you didn't rush in. And as you reach in there, you find 2 baskets, and they are connected in what looks like a eighth note. It looks like these baskets are big enough to hold the 3 of you. So,
All right.
2 and 1, 1 and 2. I said the same thing strangely. So yeah, you pull them out, and it seems like, although you can't really see it, it feels like when you pull it out, you pull the baskets out, and then you touch it, and you can feel that there's some sort of like bag over top of this.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll pull out my flute again and start trying to play a sharp note.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Yep.
We should probably get in the baskets first.
That's a good point,
I'll
guys.
go alone. I'm the bravest.
Oh, God. Okay. Everyone in.
Okay.
Everyone in? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Take it from the top, Okaat.
Performance check, and you guys, and you know what it is, so it just has to be a 10 or a hubbub.
Yeah. 16.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. You hit the sharp, and you can feel yourself like rising, and the world below you is still black with neon colors. It seems like the neon blue that the glow bugs tend to be, as you progress forward, starts to give way to like blue and purple. And as you are sailing, you see what looks like a very large purple skull in the middle of a canyon. And
That looks ominous.
Yeah.
and you see the full face of it.
Oh, the full face of it. I see the full face of this skull. I think that's what the guy was talking
Yeah,
about.
Van Varian said, look
So-
west after that point. You should see the gun show. As he put it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all turn around.
You guys
Look
all
the
look
other way.
west. Okay. As you do, a guitar, Jorrix, similar to the one that you heard in Mulhound, strikes, and you can feel wind, and all of a sudden, a yellow clouds start to come into the horizon, and at the very far end, you see what looks like a cyclone of dragons or wyverns just going in a complete circle up and up and up and up.
Dang.
When Jorrix hears the note and remembers the Mulhound incident, like his jaw just sort of drops and goes, that's not good.
What?
So, remember when I stayed back in Mulhound between our previous missions?
Yeah.
Well, that music was playing and destroying the town.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, seeing as how there's dragons and a cyclone,
Yeah.
I'm glad we're going. I didn't think I'd say this. I'm glad we're going towards the ominous-looking skull fortress.
I guess I am too.
Yeah, she's enemies with that guy.
The enemy of my enemy is a friend?
I guess.
Okay, as you have these bad conditions, but you know your path, make another performance check, and if you get 13, you'll get there
Guidance.
safely. Oh, please.
9.
As you guys are looking to that side where where all the dragons are making a cyclone of dragons, we'll call it, you see a very small figure in a kind of viewing this and taking notes. And They are dressed in very fine garments, a three-piece suit.
Finch?
He's far away enough away, but you get the impression that that would be him.
What the hell is Finch doing here?
The hell?
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Hey, Finch!
Finch. And like you see a dragonborn like look up. I'm like, what the?
I wave.
And he like waves to you guys.
I don't know how to land this thing.
And actually, and as the wind is taking you there, you were aiming to land like I'm going to say that like right in the front, right? So you,
Okay.
that doesn't happen. You don't land where like the mouth is. You land on like one of the eyes.
Oops.
And you see a very large you see a very large room that is glowing purple, and you see a bunch of those big dumb gray purple homunculuses just kind of derping their way, and you see about 13 like kind of look out the window at the three of you, and one of them's wearing a Spider-Man onesie.
Okay.
What the hell is he wearing?
I don't know. Makes him look heroic, though.
Can we fly this thing out of here and go in through the mouth?
I can try. I try blowing another. Nope.
So you try, but it seems like that it's been caught. The balloon that you weren't able to see has been caught and has caught a hole.
Yeah.
And as they started to come towards you, they don't seem to be especially aggressive. They're just curious. And you hear a voice behind them go like, "Do I hear a balloon tapping at my chamber door?"
Sorry.
Tap, tap, tapping.
And what you see before you coming into view, and they're called ettercaps, but I just like them as big dumbs. The big dumbs like scatter to either side, and you see what looks like an elven woman attached to a spider's thorax. So it's her upper body and a spider's lower body, and she looks at you all, and she goes, the little dwarf?
Yep.
Oh, well, hi.
Hello.
And she looks at the big dumbs, and she goes, "Well, I'm in." And they dumbly come over and open the window. One of them trips over his own feet as he tries to get to the window, and she just shakes her head. And she goes, "It's been a while. Gustus?"
You've got a great memory, better than mine, I must say. The one who sings.
And she sings. She goes, "Yes, naturally."
I want to dance to her short singing.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, that's an 8.
Because it's such a fleeting song, you like begin to dance and she's ended. And she goes, "And your two compatriots? These aren't the ones that you brought last time."
Oh, hi, I'm Jorrix.
I didn't bring them last time. They were sent just like me. Didn't have much of a choice. It was all that hag's doing.
As Gustus looks down, 1,000-yard stare on his face.
I step up to shake her hand. I'm like, Okaat, pleasure to meet you.
And she just extends her hand and shakes it too. She goes, "Okaat, Jorrix, I am Dravine. Welcome to Treble Bass. And you're a friend of Gus, so I don't have any qualms with you."
Yes.
I just have one important question. Mm-hmm. Do you have a gift?
I have a joke, if that counts.
Sure.
I think you're gonna love this one. It's especially appropriate for Treble.
Okay.
What's musical about an icy sidewalk?
What's musical about an icy sidewalk? What?
If you don't C sharp, you'll B flat.
And
Roll performance.
yeah, that's gonna be a.
It's an 8.
You may have delivered the joke flatly, but she received it warmly.
Oh, good.
And she laughs and laughs and laughs for such a long time that you begin to think like, it wasn't that funny.
She's making fun of me, isn't she?
No, she seems to be genuinely enjoying this joke. And she goes,
Huh?
You have a career in stand-up, she said.
Oh no.
And she goes, okay, that's satisfactory. Jorrix?
Well, I don't have many things, but I do know stuff. Is there anything about the world we come from you'd like to know?
And she thinks about it for a moment. And she goes, yeah, what? He's shown up like 5 times here, and I just don't know what his whole deal is. What the hell's up with that little guy, Farstand?
Oh my god. Farstand?
Yeah, he just like, he'll just like pop up in like the middle of my throne room, and then he'll like do a curtsy, and then say, "Gnome to the greatest," and then pop out. I don't have any idea what's going on.
His ways are mysterious. Know what he does? Just manage to find his way into any situation he shouldn't be able to. But that slogan of his is a double-edged sword. It's also a password.
All right, let's see how she receives this one. Yeah, she goes, that is good to know. I will use it against him whenever I can.
But like in a loving way, right?
She remains silent. And she goes, and Gustus?
You've provided a lot of threads, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever provided one made of thunder?
No one's ever asked me to.
How would you like to be responsible for the most uniquely created cloak worn by a future king, no less?
Okay.
Didn't you carve her something?
I also have a treble pebble I could fashion into a lot of different things.
And okay, so with this, I think she's just tickled by you, so roll your persuasion with advantage.
That's 2 nat 20.
Oh my god!
And she says to you,
I'm going to channel divinity, so 231.
and she
And
looks,
I would also like something for my friend Burke. The sound of splashing water, perhaps.
And Okaat.
You already got something with your joke.
Oh,
and she goes,
I thought that was just for her to not kill us.
Oh, well, I asked for Burke, sorry.
All right.
and she's so taken by you, Gustus Goldhammer. She goes, well, I would love to outfit a future king. And she says it like she kind of knows that probably this isn't going to happen, but she's
just
just
playing along.
Yeah, but she loves it, and she goes, and for your little trout pick guy,
Yeah.
or big trout pick guy compared to you.
Yes, he's bigger than me, that's for sure.
Let us never forget, she says. And she goes, yeah, sure, okay, of course I can. Okay, yeah, welcome. We have food if you'd like. I don't know if you'd like what we eat here.
If it's anything like FT, you'll love it.
Oh, we do have FT, and we do have lots of it. So we'll get that for you. And you want thread from me?
If it's not too much trouble, yeah.
Oh, it shouldn't be too much trouble. Okay, who would like thread from me first?
You go ahead, Gus.
Do you need help creating the thunder sound?
I will need to bring you into my spinner room, and I will need you to make the sound.
And Jorrix, can you come with me to thaumaturgy my hammer to make it extra, extra loud?
Ooh, of course.
All right, so the two of you go, and
I'll just wait here.
and she goes, "You want to join in the fun, Okaat? And you can tell me some jokes. It might make me better at threading."
Cool.
I'll also
yeah.
need a big cup of FT to make splashing sounds for Burke.
And you see like 3 of the big dumps go like She looks at them like, "Merp," and they just walk away. Okay, and so she takes you into her spinneret room, and this is just, you see ahead of you like the most beautiful threading, or the most beautiful threads you've ever seen. They are of all colors. Like, you actually see some colors that you only see on Zhao's shawl. There too. And she goes, "Oh, I used to have a Gaius. Oh, how is Gaius?"
He's no longer with us.
I see. And you see that she...
Yeah.
She does not maintain her stoicism very well. You see that she actually gets a little bit emotional about that.
Yeah. He ran afoul of Evangeline, as did we all. And we couldn't save him in time.
Well, I will make sure that she feels my wrath.
I'll help. I would love to help. I'm good with the wrath. I'm very helpful with the wrath. Wrathing anytime.
Sort of her forte.
Yeah, I'm wrathful.
And so what you see, is she takes like some thread that is just like purple, so it's like her color. She puts it on a what do you call it? A
spindle.
Yeah, she puts it on a spindle, and you see attached to the spindle is a very large, like a gramophone, how they have the big tube thing, or the big like tuba.
Yeah, like the speaker, the horn.
Yeah. And she goes, "Okay, while I'm doing this, you just need to make the sound, and it will produce it."
Okay.
And Gustus is first up. So, Gus, what do you do?
I cast Thunderous Smite on my hammer and then hit it up to 5 times.
And as he does it, I cast Thaumaturgy on the hammer to make it louder.
Nice.
Okay, as you do that, with each progressive hit against the ground, you see that her purple thread begins to... her thread becomes progressively more electric. It first starts to turn yellow, and then you start to see surges of electrical energy coming off of it. And she creates enough that you can tell would be enough thread for you to have a garment made of it. And she goes, "Well, this should do. Be careful. It's electrical."
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And she goes, "You want your friend Burke now?"
Yeah.
And she sings a note. And you see the 3 big dumbs, one of them in the Spider-Man costume, come through, and they just have just it's like a kiddie pool size of FT. And they are like trying to carefully bring it in. One of them trips a little bit splashes.
I steady his shoulder so he doesn't fall over. I'm like, "Ooh, careful there, buddy. Easy, big fella."
And she goes, "So do you just want us to make do you just want us to splash in it to make his?"
Or we pour it like a waterfall?
Oh, I like that better, the waterfall.
Okay. And she goes, I'll have my three lovely assistants do that while I make that thread. If you 3 want to talk, this would be a good time to do it. Dravine finishes up the string that Burke's string, and you can see that it's mostly blue, and it seems to flow like water as she holds it. And she goes, "Do you want to hold this one?"
I feel like Okaat's better at keeping track of things.
And she goes, "Okaat?"
Thank you. Yes, I'll take this back to Burke.
So who would like to go next?
Jorrix?
Yeah, would you mind if I tried?
Yeah, of course.
Now, everyone's been doing natural sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if language has the same effect?
Ooh.
And she goes, we've never tried it before, but I've also never tried to make electric string. I've never tried to make water string. And she goes, "So I can't see why we can't attempt this."
Yeah. Okay. So as Dravine gets the spindle ready again, Jorrix just checks his notes for all the languages he knows to think of a good word to use to be the focus that binds them all together.
Okay.
and the word he chooses is guidance.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's pretty perfect.
So
Nice.
as Dravine works the spindle,
Wait, Jorrix.
yes,
Do you know how to say guidance in Orcish?
I don't.
I'll teach you.
One more time, I don't think I got the inflection on that one. Was that it?
Yeah.
I think it's more bleh.
Oh, that?
Pretty close.
Okay, cool.
And Dravine goes,
Thanks.
Orcish is such a beautiful language.
You know, I'm not quite seeing it yet,
You
but
know Dwarven too, right?
yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Oh yeah, you taught that kid the word I didn't know.
So as this goes on, Jorrix has guidance in Common, Dwarfish, Elfish, Orcish, Celestial, Gnomish, Infernal, and he finishes with Swennian.
Nice.
Okay, as you say each one, it doesn't, like you see like a white and black, white and black, white and black, but as she kind of like keeps on gathering the thread, you see that as she puts it all together, it looks as if it has made a typeface. And she goes, this is really complex. You're going to have to get a good tailor for it.
I think we know one of the best.
Oh.
Tim Gann.
Oh.
Oh, I thought Farstand was a tailor too.
And she goes, but I think this will confer, that our thread here confers a benefit, right?
Oh, yeah, we've heard that.
Okay, good. Okay. And she gives it to you, and she goes, based on what you make with this thread, the benefit will reflect that. I have to warn you that these are once in a... Are you going to, like, kill Evangeline?
No, I'm just imagining a pair of sweatpants with guidance written across the butt.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And just people, like, hone in on your butt. Like, I don't know why. I can't help but look at it and want to be around it.
I just feel so protected when I'm near you.
He really wants to draw attention away from the cod piece.
Sorry, please continue.
And she goes, based on what you make, it will confer these benefits. It's fun. This is a challenge that I've never had to do before. She goes, Okaat?
So you guys see Okaat getting a little nervous as like her turn is coming up, and she's like, Jorrix,
Yeah.
do you think I'm a good person?
Like overall, or
Fair.
then seeing, like, I imagine your reaction of that isn't pleasant. No. Okay.
It's just kind of like,
Okay. Yes, I think you do have a good heart. Sometimes your actions might not reflect that, but
fair.
you do have a good heart. I do firmly believe that.
Gus, how do you know if you're a good person?
You do the right thing.
How do you know what the right thing is?
It isn't bad.
Fair.
I think you do the right thing more than you do the wrong thing.
Thank you.
Is something...
In fact, I want to have you as, like, my honorary lead of my bodyguards when I'm king.
I would be honored. Like, Okaat actually gets a little misty-eyed at that. She's like, aw, shucks.
You're very good at protecting those in need.
I try.
Okaat, is something weighing on your mind? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but if
No, I appreciate it. It's just, I mean, you know who I was raised by.
Yeah.
And what I was raised to do.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that make you an orphan?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He takes out a... It's the one of the tear guy getting hurt from his divine thing. that
Oh, the
he did
retribution.
after he attacked you. Give it to you. The lesson here is the enemy of my friends is my enemy.
Thank you, Gus. I will treasure this always.
Okay. And she goes, what's the sound that you want?
Well, it's this, and she kind of like takes a second to look at Jorrix and Gus, and then Okaat activates her tenor of blades.
And and when Ravine sees that, she kind of like, oh, I didn't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, Evangeline taught me how to blade sing.
Well, you know what they say, it's not the weapon, it's the person behind it, right?
Guns don't kill people. Okaat kills people.
Very well.
And so each blade singer, each tenor of blades has a distinct sound. What is Okaat?
So Okaat sounds, you hear like the air is filled with the sound of it sounds like a hammer ringing on a dagger as it's being forged.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as she is creating the string, you can see that actually your string, it almost like glows red then silver, glows red then silver, glows red then silver.
Oh, cool.
As she creates it, and she looks at it and she goes, "Well, this will be fun for you."
That is beautiful.
And she goes, "Well, love what you do." And she goes, "You're okay with me really making things hard for Evangeline, right?"
1,000,000,000%. It would do nothing but help.
Sounds perfect.
I plan to make things extremely hard for her.
Sounds perfect, she says, and she offers you the gown, or she offers you the thread.
I take it and I like bow very deeply.
And she acknowledges it with a smile.
It's okay, Okaat. I'm sure Tim can dye it black for you.
Of course, you are welcome in my kingdom anytime that you want. My kingdom extends as far as my fortress. And a little bit of you saw the purple? Mm-hmm. That's my area.
Oh.
Okay. You guys got here. It wasn't through a hag again, was it, Gus?
No.
This time
no way. We just hit a triangle or a fork and then we blew into a flute. That's
Yeah.
better. Much
more simple.
better than the other one.
As Gus has the 1,000-yard stare again. And she goes, "Well, yeah." And she goes, "Oh, can I see the fork?"
Oh, yes, here.
And she hits it, and she starts to sing a note. And you can see that the fork begins to vibrate purple. And she goes, and she hits it again back to the original note that you had. And then she hits it twice. And you start to see it glow purple. She goes, if you hit twice and you see this little purple vibration, that will get you directly to me.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And she gives it back and she goes, and she looks at her purple glow bugs and she goes, "Looks like my brother is about to attack. So we're going to bunker down. I suggest that you guys go home."
Okay. You.
He's the one with the cyclones and the dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I'd offer to help, but
He's a really jerk. He's a real jerk, she says. But yes, thank you for... It was good I loved the joke. I loved learning that. I loved learning what that little guy's deal is. And Gus, you just keep being Gus.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, she sings a note. And you see a portal, and when you look through the portal, you can see Mulhound.
excellent.
And she goes, "I take it this is where you want to go?"
Perfect.
Yeah,
That'll
thank you.
work great. Thank you so much for everything.
And she goes, "Of course." And you guys step through.
Good luck.
As I step through, I'm like, let me know when you want to take on Evangeline. I am there for it any time.
And she goes, oh, hell yeah. And as you guys step through the portal, you see Zhao there. And she's like, what are you guys were gone for like 3 minutes.
Simulacrum.
And we'll close there.
Hi everybody, Sadie here. Just wanted to tell you real quick about our website. You can find us online at wydpod.com. You can find all the episodes there in case you haven't found them, in which case, how are you even listening to this? And we're also planning to post some bonus episodes and things of that nature, so stay tuned. You can also find us on Twitter at WIDpod, or you can find us on Facebook at WIDcast. Because pod was already taken. Great!